Hey y'all, it's been a while. As you can see, looks a little different in the cave. That's because I'm back here on the other side of this wall. Uh, Same room, but I'm still trying to get it the right way I want it. So the first part of this video is basically say Happy New Year. Hope your holidays, your Christmases, and everything went well. Blessings and safety, y'all's family, and let's hope that 2024 is a hell of a lot better than 2023. It wasn't a bad year, but it was not a good year. There's a lot of problems, especially my private business that I do. Inflation is killing us out there with materials, buying materials to continue working. Still, I am still hoping as much as I can to make videos, but once again, YouTube don't pay no bills, so I go where the money's at to pay bills, and that's the way it is. But I love doing videos. I do. I love doing the videos when I get a chance. So, I'll be doing a little tour of this room as soon as I get other stuff squared away. If you remember looking back at my other videos, it was just boxes and boxes of stuff. That's the stuff that was being sold. And that's the part about this video I want to talk to y'all about. Behind you is a couple of things that I just keep. And behind you is some shelving I had put up, and they're just pieces to a game. Okay, it's a game that I years ago came out, and I had the actual original board game, but where I was at, nobody played the game. It's just hard to do. And it's kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons game, but it's easier. It's not as complicated. And anyways, we'll go into that later on. But I'm coming back to this again. So, as I've said it before about things, about a beginning, middle, and end kind of person that I am, and collecting. So this is what this video is about, which is collecting. The great things about collecting, in my opinion, are the fun in searching for the thing that you don't have to grow your collection. The enjoyment of the items. Like, I'm a G.I. Joe guy, big G.I. Joe fan. Probably that's the biggest thing for me is G.I. Joe, and I love G.I. Joe. The the action figures, I love the movies, except for the real ones. I'm talking about the original G.I. Joe movies. I can't stand the G.I. Joe direction they went when they when they did the real ones. The non-anime. Anime's the way to go on everything when it comes to stuff. But moving right along, G.I. Joe went into G.I. Joe Classified, the 6-inch figures, and like everybody else, I was and I was collecting, and then just thankfully a hard stop came on me, and I went through my checklist of what are you doing, and when you do a litmus test, you kind of find out that you're not doing anything but wasting your money and your time. So. There's a nostalgia to collecting, which is probably, I will be 53 this year. So, I was that kid just at the right time when the G.I. Joe series came out. And even then, everybody was like, everybody even then had their favorites. For me, it was Beachhead. Beachhead was my ultimate guy in G.I. Joe until Cross Country came. When they introduced Cross Country, that Beachhead became my number dos, and it is that way to this day. I have quit collecting, period. I am done with it, not messing with it anymore. And all those boxes that you saw that was laying around, those boxes, all of them were pieces of my collection that I had packaged to be shipped off. I still have some items left. That is over here, away from all this, but they're packaged. They're ready to go as soon as I get a buyer. I do have some other items that are over here. I know you can't see it because I'm not showing you. I'm not a camera guy, y'all. I'm horrible at this stuff. But there's a shelf over there that's got Joe's. So out of all my collection, I'm going to be left with the original G.I. Joe HQ, which I'll show you later on. And I have all three variants of Cross Country, all three versions of him. And my favorite bad guy is Firefly, but I did get him into Classified. My favorite bad girl is Rana. She was always better than any of the other bad girls. Just love her to death. Yeah, she's kind of one of she's the honky tonk girl. So for an old boy like me, that's the way to go. And my favorite group or division of Cobra, oddly enough, is the Alley Viper. Now, if you're into G.I. Joe, you'll note that there's a yin and yang to G.I. Joe. And the Alley Viper is that. I think the negative is yang and the positive is yin. I don't recall how to properly say that, but anyways, there's a positive and negative. There's the other side of the fence. So, me being a police officer, I am only looking now for the police officers that were G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe that are police officers before they were G.I. Joe, and there's not a lot. I've been looking and trying to remember, and I've been reading up on some stuff, but there were no G.I. Joe members that were police officers before G.I. Joe, before they went into G.I. Joe, if you follow the storyline. So the first one was Shockwave. But because Shockwave had a Transformer name also, they changed him to Shock Blast. So if you see Shock Blast, Shockwave, that was your very first one. He was with Chicago Police Department, and he was a member of their Chicago SWAT. The second one was Law and Order, who was a gentleman down in Texas. I think it was San Antonio or Dallas, one of those two. And here is a Tejano who is now with G.I. Joe, and he's a canine officer. And if you're an MP, you'll know him right off the bat because he's wearing the white helmet with the MP. He's got the MP insignia, the chevron on his arm. I wish they did the Harper Ferry pistols. If you don't know what that means, any MP, ask an MP, they'll tell you. But if you ever see an insignia of the MPs, they have two pistols and they're crossed. They are Harper Ferry pistols. Now the reason why they're that way is because those were the first pistols that was designated for the military police in the United States Army, and they came from Harper's Ferry, Virginia. So that's where you get that from. The other one was Wide Scope, and I don't know if they ever will do a classified of him. If they do a classified of Wide Scope, I'm definitely getting them. But that's what I'm getting with the collecting. The collecting is done, it's over, and there's a couple of reasons why that is. One, expense. Okay, stuff gets expensive to deal with. Two is space. The bigger something is, the harder it is to keep because you got to have more space for it. The other thing is, where's the new thing? So the companies, it's like anything else. My job, the company, is to make something, to sell something, and not keep it. So I'm making it to sell it. I don't care about it. I really don't. I don't think the toy companies really do give two rats about it, unless it's money to be made. It's just what it is. But that's life. That's capitalism right there, which is good. You want that. So my collecting days are over with, thank God. I'm finally beating that beast, getting rid of everything that ain't locked down, nailed down. And it doesn't even it doesn't even end with G.I. Joe. So there's another company called Kobe. They're out of Poland, and they make very nice brick to build, like i.e. Lego models, World War II, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, up to modern. And I stopped, and I'm selling those pieces as well. I still have maybe 5 or 6 Kobe toy line left, World War II, World War I, World War II, and Vietnam pieces. But I'll be glad when I get them all sold too. Right now to selling guns. I've been selling my collection off as fast as I can go too. It's just, I mean, it's not the same anymore. It just don't feel the same anymore. Collecting is no fun, and for me it's not. Now, I'm going to say something that's probably going to make a lot of people mad that do collect. But in my opinion, from my experience dealing with collectors, your worst ones are people that are my age, that have been collecting for a long time. I ain't never in my life seen so many 50-year-old men turn into 4-year-old babies. Like somebody just ripped their pasty right out of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? They get bent, twisted out of knots and everything. And the other part about it is I have this for sale. Somebody messaged me, hey, let's talk. And here you go. They want it, they want a Cadillac for $5. Get it? And then these same guys, I'm going to sell it, but I'm going to sell it this. They're trying to make profit off of it. That's ridiculous stuff, man. Collecting is over with. Collecting is done. For me, it is. Now, if you're a collector and you're a Joe fan, you get offended by this. I apologize up front to y'all, but that's my experience dealing with Joe collectors. That's a hard fact. Sorry, but I will tell it. So, about 13 minutes running my mouth in this thing. I know y'all bored as hell. But, yeah, so once I get more of this stuff squared away, whittled down, and I actually get my room back, and I'll show you the cave and how neat I think it is. Because I've been wanting a place where it's my sanctum, you know what I'm saying, where I can go in here, I got me some coffee, I can sit down, I can play my board game, I can read, I can watch a movie, just a place that is away. I still got my likes, I still do my shooting, I just, I ain't Pharaoh, I can't take it with me when it's my time to go. And it's like I said before, your environment dictates everything that you do. Well, my environment does not allow me to shoot. So, I mean, there's no place to shoot a firearm around here. Not safely. I have no place to train. I have no place to go for 30 minutes and pop shots. I don't have it. Now, I know somebody's going to chime in, well, Bo, go to the next county. Okay, but I'm not driving to the next county to shoot when I got business to handle. So, I mean, y'all can say what you want to about, well, you're just not making time for it. You're not budgeting your time. Okay, whatever. That's your story. You stick to it. You won that. But in my time is money, and money is time. And if I had a place to shoot, I'd have the time for that money. See, there's money involved in that. There's things for me to do that one is a requirement, but it's also an improvement. Because when I say time is money, money is time, I'm not talking about currency. I ain't talking about Yankee dollars. I'm talking about there's other types of payment, improvement, bettering yourself, what you're doing, your craft, and how you work things. But right now, it's not there. I'm not the only person in my county that says that. I'm not the only police officer in my county that says that. I just might be one of the most vocal, I reckon. But, because I ain't never, I hear off to the side, but I don't know of any people being vocal about it, like in large groups. But anyhow, got some more videos coming up. Like I said, I know this is a boring one, but this is like an intro to 2024. SHOT Show is tomorrow. Literally looking forward to that. I was hoping that Steyr AUG would be a booth there and they would start showing their new Steyr stuff, but apparently they're not. I looked on the list and they're not on the board. So that sucks. But anyhow. Try to get another video in and be back directly, y'all.